All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, man. Let's see what we got to do today. Got a lot of things to do. Lots of things. I guess I gotta get my leagues working. They might be working right now. I'm gonna try it out. I'm not sure if I like how this league race looks. There's a few things I don't like, man. I'm gonna try and fix leagues today. I'm supposed to do that last week. Alright, let's see. This is a league race. I got two browsers open. Skadoosh, what's happening? Firashi Bill 12. What's happening? I don't know if I said that name right. How you doing? Welcome. Man, is this working? Firashi Bill, thank you very much for that hydrates. Cheers. Let me start making some issues here. Let's say league races. Man, what do I want here? I don't really like how this league race looks. Maybe the UI like is embedded. The race thing is embedded inside of the league. I'm not sure if I am digging that too much. Let's put a redo league races UI. And then let me think. what I want here. One second. I got too many speech to text apps open and I don't know which one I'm using right now. All right, redo the League Races UI. What do we want? We want to... I'm not a big fan of how the League UI looks right now. In particular, whenever there's a race, it feels like the race is embedded inside this League thing, where maybe we should have the races be a standalone thing, kind of like the multiplayer races. I'd like the League race room to have its own dedicated room code, similar to the multiplayer race. And I guess only the League owner can start the race. What else? What else? Let's start with that. Let's start with just extracting the multiplayer League races into its own like route with its own standalone code. Is this a pet project? I don't know what you mean by a pet project. What is a pet project? You mean like a project that I don't really care about? It's definitely not that. I don't know what this is. This is more like a project for me to familiarize myself with vibe coding. But it's also something that I plan to develop for the next few years. At least. Hopefully the rest of my life I'd like to continue working on this project. The whole idea of this was I wanted to work on something that I could always improve throughout my whole life. Is there some DDoS protection for TypeBlazer? No, not right now. It's still under development, man. It's not even supposedly launched. It's in its beta testing mode still. I don't even know if it's a beta. It should be more like an alpha. Is it available right now? Yes, typeblazer.com. Or if you want, I could create a multiplayer race and we could do it together. So let me give you a quick overview before you go messing with the site. So it's basically a typing website. There's single player. You can do a normal passage like this. You can do dictionary mode. You can choose the word set. Well, kinda. You can only choose between dictionary top 500 words and a training set. Faye, what's happened from YouTube? Welcome, welcome. So we got the single player, basically like training. This is like infinite mode where it just scrolls and you're able to choose more words or whatever, top whatever in the dictionary or the training. These are similar, I guess, the infinite mode and the dictionary mode. And then we have multiplayer. I'll make a room right now. We can try it out. But what I think separates TypeBlazer from all the other typing websites, I think these are standard features on typing websites, but I have a championship race every hour on the hour. And there's 24 championship races a day. And there's ELO ratings associated with the championship race. And we also have this daily problem thing where you get 2 attempts and your most recent attempt is the one on the leaderboard. So far, that's it for now. But let's do this little multiplayer thing. Here we go. I didn't share the link on YouTube, my bad. Oh shit. that's basically a tour of the website, man. Hey, Faye, thank you so much. And then I can see you typing over there. Every time you make an error, your little avatar makes a little sad face. And that's pretty much the site. So nothing too crazy. But I thought the scope of this site was small enough where it would feel comfortable for a new like vibe coder to handle this thing. And now that I've gotten this far, this is like 100% vibe coded, by the way. Not one line of code I've actually written by hand. So I think being able to get this far with a project without writing any code, it's kind of given me the confidence to build something a little bit more complicated than a typing game. I'm gonna do my daily challenge, man. There's also the avatar shop. Man, I gotta concentrate here. I think I can do faster, but I'll redo it later. At some point, would you start reading the code? I don't plan to. Maybe if there's like some super gnarly bug, or if I just want to verify something, maybe I might look. But I probably will just ask the LLMs to do that research for me. Would you say that a full project can be vibe coded? What's your take on this vibe coding stuff? Hey, I believe this is a full project. Typeblazer.com feels like a real full production website. It's online right now. It might not be finished, but I think it's well on its way towards being considered like a real project. So I think many things can be vibe coded, man, as long as you kind of know the big picture, you know how everything ties together. I don't know every detail about this project, but I do know at a, very big picture level what's going on, right? Building an app fully with AI makes me worried about the future. All right. I think saying 100% AI built this is maybe a bit misleading because I'm very much involved in the process. I'm directing the AIs what to do. I'm like asking them questions. I'm telling them to research. I'm like organizing all the issues myself manually, and then I'm having the AI tackle really small granular issues at a time. I'm not like, hey, make this website, make no mistakes. I'm not like that. So there's very much a human element involved in making this website, but it's a lot easier than if there was no LLMs involved. I'd say that is 100% for sure. Would you say vibe coding would work on a scale like Google or Facebook? I think Google or Facebook, they're also vibe coding, man. Engineers, there are vibe coding, but perhaps they're a little bit more strict with what enters their code base, and I think they have a lot of infrastructure already built, man. So, wait, would vibe coding work? Yeah, vibe coding is working at those places, man. So I guess it does work. But still, the engineers need to be able to direct the LLMs to tell them what to do, at least right now. And it's not like 100% accurate all the time. Sometimes the LLMs create a lot of junk. So the human engineers are there to like catch that junk before it makes it into production, spot questionable decisions made by the LLMs. So if you have no idea anything about programming or software engineering, I think it would be a lot harder for you to identify incorrect decisions. And like, I'm not even really looking at the code. So how do I even spot those things? Sometimes maybe I don't look at the code, but sometimes I will look at the design documents for a feature before it is coded and then give some feedback to the LLMs before they start to implement. Maybe I catch a few weird decisions that way. And then I always try to test the features that they build to see that they're working as I intended. And if they're not, I try and give feedback and make changes. So it's very powerful stuff, man. I'm a software engineer myself, but would you say that detecting mistakes done by LLMs is harder than writing the code yourself? I'd say writing the code yourself is very tedious sometimes, especially like I don't think I could have built this in the time that I've spent building it without LLMs. I've been working on this maybe about 5 or 6 weeks, Typeblazer, and I think I've gotten pretty far, especially like I don't know anything about Vue. I don't really know C++ like that well to build something. A happy uterus, what's happening? How will Typeblazer generate revenue? I'm looking to be an angel investor. Man, I don't even know how we're gonna generate revenue. That is not the objective of Typeblazer, at least right now. For me, the most important thing for Typeblazer is to validate that I can vibe code something successfully. And I guess a secondary objective after I validate, I think I've already validated that I can vibe code something, is to just grow the site. I'm not worried about this particular website making enough money to like feed me and stuff right now. This is more of I want to see how many users I can get on the site and then push like the server to its limits. That's like my goals really. So I'm running Typeblazer, I'm self-hosting, I'm not using AWS or cloud providers or whatever. I have a dedicated server that I rent, and I believe, like way before I built Typeblazer, I believe that I could probably scale this site to many hundreds of thousands. I don't know if I can actually scale it to hundreds of thousands or millions of users with like marketing or whatever. But theoretically, if I had, say, 1 million people on the site, I feel like one server could handle everything, man. Even the multiplayers, championship races. And I just kind of want to see how far I can push like one dedicated server running Typeblazer as well. Need at least 1 billion per year to feel comfortable investing. A happy uterus. Might have to skip this one then, man. That would be legendary. Maybe. Man, I used to hear about stories of some websites that basically ran on like one dang server, and it was like serving tens of millions of people and stuff like that. Anyways, how do you find someone that wants to rent your home server? I have a simple server in my home. Been into home labbing myself. No, this is not a home server. This server is in a data center that I lease a server from a data center. So it's definitely not at home, man. Could you go over your tech stack, please? Oh wait, do you have plans on reworking the UI to make it look more polished? You don't like my UI, man? I'm trying to keep the UI a little bit looking like a video game more than your typical website that you see these days. But I do plan to make some adjustments to it. Maybe nothing too crazy though. And the tech stack is Vue on the front end. I got Hono.js on my API. And I got C++ for my multiplayer servers. That includes the multiplayer that you see here and the championship server. They're both separate and they're both in C++. UI is good, but it feels a bit inconsistent. It is absolutely inconsistent in some places. I gotta clean that up. I like the UI. Thank you, actual dog welder. So that is a little, I guess, intro about TypeBlazer. We also have this avatar shop where you can have different avatars. Right now, I think they're all very cheap because I'm in testing. But eventually, they will be real, serious Blazor bucks you need to buy these things. And the avatars, I mean, I guess you've seen them. The avatars look like that. And then when you make a mistake, it makes the little sad face. Anyways, what should we do? Tonko Balanco. Welcome, good morning. How are you doing? All right, we're just creating some, we're trying to do, well, I'm trying to make, the one feature I'm working on that's very important to me is having private leagues. Similar to Advent of Code, how you can create your own league and people can join your league, and then you can compare yourself against people only in your league instead of comparing yourself against the global leaderboard. So I think that this is an important feature that I think will differentiate the site from other typing websites as well. In most typing websites, it's like there's a global leaderboard, and man, I don't care about all those professional typers that type at 250 miles per hour, man. I care about like the people in my circles and who types fastest in those circles, you know? So that's what I'm trying to recreate. And I've been doing this on my stream for over 4 years. We've been doing type racers, and I have my own manually maintained leaderboard here. So over the 4 years or so, we've done over 500 races, and there's been 77 different champions in these races. So I've been documenting this since 2022, but it's been going on even before 2022. So this is kind of maybe some of my biggest inspiration is me maintaining my own leaderboards. I'm like, man, there should be a site where I can just have the typing thing and everything is already in a like private league. Is there some SEO added to TypeBlazer? When I see TypeBlazer on Google description is like TypeBlazer beta single player multiplayer. Yeah, there is no SEO yet, man, but maybe I should track that with an issue. It's absolutely not like finished products, you know. Add SEO stuff or whatever proper things for search engines. I'm just gonna copy your comment here, Skidoosh. Thank you so much. All right. So I've been just everything that I need to do for TypeBlazer. I create an issue on GitHub as a way to track things. Some of them are obsolete here now, but at least I have it written down on paper somewhere. And I just tell the LLMs, hey, do issue 790, do issue this one, do this issue, do that issue. And that's how that's been my workflow. I guess you're about to witness the workflow right now. What are we gonna do? Should we just do that SEO stuff right now, man? Yeah. So I hit up Claude. You know, that's first. Start all my Claude terminals, man. 2 Claude AI. Wait, connectors need auth? What does that mean, man? Everything just went away. Okay. All right, so I just load up these things and then I select issues that I want them to do. 790, 789. maybe... Dang. We're running out of issues, man. There must be more problems with the site that I can do. Issue 790. Put it on plan mode. And then I just sit back and wait. That's kind of... Ask me questions to clarify. And then I need to find more work for these LLMs. So let's check out the website. Can we create a mode where when typing a word, the next word is hidden? Man, that sounds a little crazy. I don't know about that one, Tonko Balanko. Wait, typing a word, the next word is... So you only see one word at a time? It sounds insane. So I think not many people might like that. Maybe you are the only person who'd want that feature, man. Lots of people are already complaining that they can't see the text before they type in the championship race and stuff. All right. Oh, actually, you know what we have to do? We have to clean up this UI. So whoever said the UI sucks, you're right, man. It's getting out of hand. Especially there's 2 links for everything in the middle here and over here on the top. Maybe I want to experiment with some UIs here, but I don't know what to do. Someone was telling me I should check out Figma and their AI. All right, let me go through all my issues to see. I like instant death mode, but I don't know. All right, I should add instant death mode, man, but it's too many features. Let me think about that. What is this? We don't need that. We don't need that right now. Option to change a carrot shape. Maybe. Let's see. Avatar accessories. I don't really feel like working on SVGs right now. I want to test higher server limits, man, but I'm afraid to do the required work like batch processing and stuff. Ghost Racer, I don't think we need that immediately. Do you like system design? I don't really like it in particular. All right, this one is important to me. 439. Do issue 439. Ask me any questions for clarification. All right, this one is asking, when you say the league race should have its own dedicated room code, do you want a new 5-character code like blah 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 that separates from the league's invite code, or should joining the league race room use the existing league invite code? Huh. I don't know, man. Maybe we should reuse the league invite code. For the new standalone route, what URL structure would you prefer? Maybe this one. Should the league detail page still show a start race, join race button that navigates to the standalone race route, or should we remove the lobby tab entirely? I guess can keep the buttons. For this first iteration, should we focus only on extracting the UI to its own route, or do you also want the backend server changes? Man, do everything. I don't think it's too crazy, huh? All right, let's see what it comes up with. All right, here we go. Clarifying questions for this one is, Where should the live streamers section live in the UI? Homepage, landing page. Dang. Dang, this is a lot of questions on the home page. Question 2. Twitch scanner service. This needs a backend component that pulls the Twitch API for streams with TypeBlazer in the title and tag. Should this be a new endpoint in the existing apps API? Wait, what? Or completely, let's say completely separates microservice. What data should be displayed per streamer? Think about stream title, streamer name, viewer count, thumbnail. That sounds good. Polling frequency. How often should we check? Maybe. Every 60 seconds is okay. Twitch API credentials. Do you already have Twitch app registered with client ID? Blah, blah, blah. I will make this when everything is ready. All right, those are the questions. Would you say that those are similar questions that a like super senior engineer would ask in big tech company? Man, I say this scope is too small to get to those super senior big tech senior engineer questions, man. Maybe somebody high up would ask questions that would be like, you know, how would this integrate with all these other clients? Or we're planning to integrate with Spanner in Q4. How would this line up with that? Or, you know, what happens if da-da-da-da-da? That's what they'd be like. Or is there a way we can make this more generalized so we can reuse this everywhere? Those are the type of questions big tech people ask, man. Very different than, like, I guess it's different with a product, on a product team. Because I guess this would be considered a product team. I was in infrastructure, so maybe the questions are a bit different and the concerns, you know. All right, let's see. What was this one doing? SEO stuff or whatever. Should Room ID be the league's invite code so members can navigate directly via that code? Yeah, sure. We need to definitely make TypeBlazer web scale. I don't know. I'll just talk about that Tonko Balonko. I think a single server can probably run TypeBlazer for a really long time. I don't think I have to like get anything super fancy to manage this thing. I don't see TypeBlazer becoming 10 billion users, you know. Even a million users would be insane, and I think one server can handle millions of users. Maybe not all at the same time, but you know, I guess time will tell if we ever get to that point. All right, new questions. Since this is just one cached HTTP call every 60 seconds, adding it as a route in the existing apps API would be much simpler. Should we do that? If they want me to do that, man. I was thinking a separate microservice because maybe we do some other things. But should I just go make it simple? It's all right. Okay, go with the API route then. If they draft you, are you going? The war needs a vibe coder to make missile defense systems. Nine. I ain't trying to get drafted, man. I'm too old to be drafted, first of all. I don't think I'm in the age range. So I'm cool for now. When the owner clicks start race on the league page, should it navigate to the league code, then also create the room on that page, or should it create the room first, then navigate? I don't know what that means. Does it matter, man? Oh shit. Oh shit. I pressed escape by mistake. Alright, what's done here? Finished? Make a PR, please. Alright, should non-members who visit that see join league button to join the league first, or just an error message? I guess the join button. Alright. What else we gotta work on, man? I guess we should really just focus on the leagues. It is the last thing I'd like to finish, almost, before like pushing the product a little bit more. Alright, we only got 3 agents running, man. Should we try and get more? Alright, PR is made. What else can we do? Should I try death mode, man? But I don't... Alright, if I add death mode, I feel like the UI is going to get crazy. And we definitely need to upgrade the UI. But I'm gonna try it anyways. Well, maybe not right now, actually. I'll skip that for now. Alright, should I try the 544 and see what it comes up with? Should I load some skills here? How do you add skills? I don't even know how to install skills, man. Maybe I should have been using skills a long time ago. I'll just ask it, how do I install skills? Man, I gotta do that. Isn't there like a skill marketplace? I swear I used to use some of that, man. Where I could just browse and install skills through Claude Code itself. Isn't there... Are those skills some place I can just install them from? Alright, Twitch service. Yeah. Create whatever you need. Install skill. That's what I'm looking for. But it's not even there. I'm looking for like the front end skills or whatever. Edixon Penna, what's happening? I would recommend just going and getting the URL to a skill creator like Entropic and just giving it your system and telling it to make this a skill. What do you mean? Man, it's giving me bootleg stuff here too. What the heck? I guess it's cutting off the actual link. But still, it doesn't even work, man. Maybe that's a bootleg link to someskill.md. Install skill. Wait, this command doesn't. Is it a thing? Anyways, man, I swear, recently, like 3 weeks ago, I had looked through some like marketplace inside Claude Code, or maybe it was a plugin, man. Maybe it's a plugin I was thinking about instead of skills. Maybe I didn't use the skills thing. I think I've just been using the plugins instead. So I was probably looking for the dang front end design plugin here. At Google Anthropic skills and use that documentation's URL and tell your system to make a skill out of the documentation. Right. You know, actually, I don't think I've ever used skills, man. I wonder if I should use them. Was it on the Codex app Vertizoid? What's happening? Yeah, I think maybe it was on the Codex and I'm confusing them. But for sure, I had plugins installed for Claude Code. Wait, what was I doing? Did I just install something? Do you have some front end skills plugin? Yeah. How do I tell it to use it? I'd say just use a front end design. All right, let's try it. Issue 544. Use your front end design skills and do issue 544. Vercel has some. Hey, maybe I'll check them out after this or something. Are those popular or what? I hear people just using the front end design plugin and say it's pretty decent. But I don't, this is my first time trying it. Is there some automated tests to prevent the LLMs from making regressions? Automated tests? What do you mean? Like in my, you mean like if I have unit tests and integration tests in my project? I have some testing, but honestly, I don't know what's tested and what's not tested. I know there's about 800 or 900 unit tests across my project though. Vercel has the Anthropic front end design one you're talking about. Hey, is it the same one that I just installed here? With the plugins thing? Yeah, maybe it's what they use. I don't know. Hey, is it in plan mode? All right, let's see. Two column card grid. All right, let's see what it comes up with. And then let me take a look at some other issues that we could be doing. Maybe smaller issues. Social sharing previews. I don't know about all that. Well, really, I just want my leagues to work properly, man. That's the biggest thing right now for me. And then passages. So leagues and passages, two major things I need to finish before we're like launched. And then maybe I'll start thinking about advertising or something to see how many people I can get to use this website. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, man. Do I just post on Reddit? Do I make YouTube videos about this project? Do I like reach out to keyboard influencers and tell them to shill my website? Pay them to shill my website? We'll see what I can do when the time comes. I think that part is also going to be very interesting. All of the above, software tools, what's happening? Yeah, I'm gonna be doing all of the above, man. Do you know what the backend service for a type racer that would have like CPU or memory pressure when it scales up? I know some of the workload runs in the browser of the client. I don't know, man. I have no idea how this is gonna perform under super load Blue Cactus AI. But I do want to stress test it sometime soon. I have a bot that I'm able to use to connect to some races. But right now, my rooms are limited to 15 people only. And I haven't tested anything larger than that yet. But it works for 15 people. Maybe sometime in the next few days, I will try a championship race with like hundreds of bots in there as well to see if the server can handle that. I hope it can. The biggest race I think we've done for a championship race is only like 8 people. But besides like only the server stuff, I think there are some other challenges with the front end. Like how do you display that many people nicely on the screen? I'm not too sure. Wait, I just accepted yes without even looking. That's okay. But I want to figure out a way to do like mega races and make it feel like you're actually racing against that many people. But it might get a little bit messy, you know. One thing that works for me is reaching out to media companies in the vertical that I'm targeting and asking to do free guest editorial and position to their audience and backlink to my sites. Interesting. Wait, Blue Cactus AI. I forget what you're working on, man. My bad. Can you talk about what you're creating and how good did this work for you? Do you get decent usage of Cloud Code with the Pro plan? I've never tried the Pro plan. I'm on the Max plan, and maybe this week I'm chilling because it just reset. I think it just reset. I actually don't know. But I have hit my max at the $200 plan like only one time. Oh, resets at 10 p.m. And I've only used 31%, but I've been pretty light this week. How do you prevent people from using Python programs to do races? Not sure. I don't have very advanced bot detection, but I think trying to prevent cheaters is a losing game in my opinion, man. Maybe I can do some basic things to try to deter them, but I'm not going to invest a lot of time into trying to make it bulletproof. Because if somebody wants to cheat bad enough, they'll figure out how to, and there's almost nothing I can do to stop that. So maybe I'll just figure out some other ways to prevent. I don't know. We'll see if it becomes a problem. I have a telematics video business, so I've been reseller of fleet management products for a long time, and I'm working on the digital mini employees right now. Pretty much getting backlinks from sites with higher authority than you helps a lot in my SEO experience. but I have not focused on SEO in a long time. Yeah, I don't even know what the SEO techniques are out there these days, man. I don't know anything about SEO, really. I don't know anything about anything, to be honest. I'm just vibe coding, man. I just let the LLMs guide me while I guide it. What is this? It's on the redesign. What is this? Leagues to standalone. Should I test this? No, I can just set it to make a PR, since leagues aren't even really visible from Typeblazer. Oh man, this link sucks, man. Typeblazer.com/typeblazer. Let me make an issue for that as well. Single player URL route is really whack. This is what the single player things look like. It just says typeblazer.com/typeblazer, I think. Wait, I'm not even pressing my thing. This is what the single player routes look like. Typeblazer.com/typeblazer. Looks really silly, man. I think we can make this a lot better. Why don't we make it typeblazer.com/normal or whatever, you know? Think of a good routing name here that's not redundant like the one that we have right now. 793. All right, let's see where we at. This one is done. I'm gonna clear it. This one is working. This one says it's done, but I would like to see this, so I'm going to spin that one up locally. Home redesign. The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing, Socrates. Oh yeah. Oh shit. That was the championship race sound. That little beep. Every hour on the hour is a championship race. So if you guys want to join me, there's a link. You gotta have an account to do the championship race though. Uh-oh, error. Wait, let me shut down my server for now, man. I will look at this after the championship race. Oh, Ricky Wong is in the house. So is Clistar. Very nice. Man, Seaplane has arrived. Look at all those Blazer books. We need to spend them. Need more avatars, need more items to get. We need a lot of things, man. That go, Ricky's about to cook us. Yeah, barely awake, dang. Yeah, good morning, Ricky and Seaplane. Good afternoon. Alright, here we go, man. I think I'm gonna change the countdown. I think there's too many countdowns, man. Maybe we can reduce the actual race countdown to be like 5 seconds from 10 seconds. Like this one, maybe it's a bit too extra. I'll make a issue to track that after. Man, what a terrible race for me. Seaplane, Ricky Wong, 121. Seaplane, 82, 69, and 66. Dang. 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Wild. The bonus 59 between the two countdowns is also hilarious. Hey, I should change that too, man. You're right. Let me let me file those issues right now, man. Championship race countdown fixes. All right, when the championship race is counting down in the lobby and it reaches 0, it actually goes to 59:59, which is strange. When the lobby reaches 0, let's change those numbers to something like starting race ... Let's also change the actual race countdown for the championship race once the race has started from 10 seconds to 5 seconds. Technically, this means that the championship races will now start at 5 seconds past the hour. All right, 795. 795. Here we go. Who wants to do that one? This LLM looks like it got nothing to do. 795. Yeah? Yeah. All right, let me read what this thing is saying. Single player route is really whack. Play dictionary. Oh yeah, play is nice. And race. Race? Whatever, man. Alright. Let's look. Let's look at what the UI has been redesigned to. Ugh, looks ugly now, man. Why would they do this to me? I do not like this at all. Are you using AWS Mad Flash 19? What's poppin'? I'm using my own dedicated server that I rent or lease from a data center. All right, do we have any feedback for this, man? I don't know. I don't even know where to begin. I'm gonna take a screenshot though. No distributed design then. No distributed design, nothing. Okay, little pixel, what's happened? Revert? Yeah, I think we gotta revert this one, man. I didn't commit it, or I didn't merge it into main. I don't know what to do though to make it look nice. I think Gemini CLI is free and the Gemini model is really good at front end. I don't know if they have Gemini Pro 3.1 available on CLI yet though. Dang, that's crazy. Like, why would they not have that on the CLI? All right, what can we tell this thing, man? This looks terrible, and I thought you would have improved the UI, but you actually made it worse. What is there any constructive feedback that I can give this thing? I want you to redesign it, but think outside the box. Wait, I want you to redesign the homepage, and I want you to like really think outside the box. Do not like feel like it has to look the same or have the same vibe. I want you to be 100% creativity, use your creative freedom and create something that is insane. Actually, I want you to make 3 different versions of the front page and show me them all and provide links so that I can switch between different versions. Use your front-end design skills, but also use some of your artistic skills, man. Don't just do what the textbook tells you to do. All right, I don't know if that's a good prompt or not. We'll see what happens. Think inside the box. Hey, maybe that's what these LLMs need to do, is just think inside the box. All right, yeah, let's do that. Let's place bets on if old Claude is gonna mess this one up. Man, it probably will, but we'll see. We'll see. Google. Yeah, I'd try the Google thing if it was already installed, but I don't know if I feel like installing things right now and logging into accounts on stream. Make the best front end ever. Ren. That is probably what I should add in the prompts. Make sure these designs are some of the best front ends available in the history of the internet. They should be award worthy. Maybe that will help it. Man, maybe I'm just wasting tokens by typing nonsense also. That's more likely the case. Man, imagine if it was that easy to create something crazy. You just tell the LLMs to do that. Wait, no, sorry. Sometimes I just tell the model to assume the identity of principal front-end engineer at Google, but I don't know if that really helps. Man, I think Google's front-end, everything Google looks so ugly to me, man. All their products, all their UIs. The only UI that I like from Google is, I guess, the Google homepage. But everything they've ever built, man, is kind of ugly. Well, I guess Gmail is all right. Well, I'm thinking more of like all the Google consoles and dashboards, and even internally when I was there, everything's ugly, man. It's like they have the worst front end people of all time, I swear. YouTube is nice, but quality can be better. Yeah, maybe. It's not flashing out. I think about it. I think maybe Apple has some nice design people. Like all of Apple's websites look nice. All right, what are we doing? Is this one merged? Leagues is merged. Should we test that? Let's wait for this one to get merged as well. What is this doing, man? Live Twitch streaming section. Are you stuck? Is this one stuck? Misting. What the hell does misting mean? Wait, so you say Gemini is kind of free right now? I pay for Gemini on my personal account, but I don't know if it's on this account that I got here. Let me see. Gemini 3. What's Canvas? Who knows? Here we go. Here we go. Screenshot. Here is a screenshot of a website I'm building. I want to redesign this front page into something that is beautiful. Can you help me redesign? I want you to generate an image of what a redesign that you can think of would look like. In fact, make me 3 different redesigns of this front page and generate all 3 images and show them to me. They should all be very different and unique from each other. Let's see if that works. I don't know. I've been using Gemini and Cursor though. Is Gemini CLI any good? I've never used Gemini CLI. Oh, wait. Did I miss some? Simplicity is the highest form of sophistication. I think Apple has that figured out. I think they have a generous free tier on the CLI. But the Gemini models are at the frontier of design right now. And to be honest, Codex catching up fast to Anthropic on the coding frontier. Yeah, I've been using Codex with good success. I've never tried it to do everything, but for tricky things that, anything that Opus struggles with, I bring in Codex, and it's been able to do well in those cases. What's this one doing? Creating the PR, yeah. What's this one doing? New routes, yeah. This one is stuck. This one is feeling like it's stuck too, man. Let's see what Gemini has done here. It's a little bit too intense for me. Gemini is terrible at interpreting images though. Yeah, same experience, some stuff Codex just do better. Startup me, what's happening? It hallucinates from previous images. Yeah, this, I don't like this. It didn't even change anything, man. It just changed the graphics and the stuff. It didn't change the layout in any way. I'm very disappointed in your attempts. It looks like you just reskinned my website, man. It's not a completely different design. The layout is literally the same. The only thing you change is like the background of the page and the color of the buttons, man. You should be ashamed of yourself. Now, give me something good, man. Completely redo everything. Play around with the positions and layouts of things. Play with the color scheme or whatever. Do some radical stuff. How do you make it work with voice? I have a speech to text app called, I rotate different ones. Right now I'm using Whisper Flow. Sometimes I use one called Willow. Sometimes I use an open source one called Handy. And I rotate them because I don't want to pay for them. So they usually give you a free trial The free tier is like 2,000 words per week or something. Casino style. What? Nudge it a little. Wait. Did it just say? What did it just say to me, man? Is it still working? Maybe I never pressed enter. Like if I screenshot it, sometimes lose track of what it's talking about, and we'll talk about old images. It's strange. Dang. My Codex image generation works better than Nano. Maybe I'll try Codex next. How does Claude Code compare to using Claude Model in GitHub Copilot? I don't know. I've never used GitHub Copilot or anything. Something went wrong. It was insulted and quit. Oh, did it say something went wrong? It may be better at directly editing the code instead of image analysis. I see. Alright, so maybe this is not the way. The screenshot way is not good, huh? Oh, but look. I can't wait to see. Should we look? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is actually pretty sick. It's a little too cluttered, though. Man. Alright, we're not going to use this one. But we could. We could use, I mean, you know, not exactly like this, but we could take some ideas from this. But I don't think so. Anyways. What are we gonna do next? Oh, Claude is still working on a redesign here. This one is the routes. Make a PR. So PR is created. I clear these out. What's this one doing? Oh, the Twitch thing. Looks like a 2010 website, but it's good, to be honest. Yeah. You know, there's some good stuff in there. Yeah, it looks a little rough, but maybe something like that might be interesting. I don't know. Maybe if we're taking you down that path of Gemini, I don't know if it's the cursor harness or what, but seems like it's the best design right now in cursor. No scoped JFK2. What's happening? 100 gifts, rank 1. Man. Rank 1 in what? How you doing? How am I doing, man? Let's see. So, commit. Alright, let's see what Claude came up with. I told it to give it 3 different designs instead. Now we need... Wait, is everything merged yet? No, not yet. Not yet. It's in home redesign. Alright, let's see. Home redesign. Bring it back up. Hey, BetSimp, welcome to the party. And High Potential, thank you very much for the hydrates. Planning on doing absolutely nothing for work today and tomorrow. Is it a holiday or something? What's going on, BetSimp? Are you protesting because you don't like your job anymore? Your manager pissed you off, or are you just chilling. Mental health days. I see. So is it official that you can take these things? Or are you just kind of taking whatever you think you're owed? It's not official. I see. Yeah, man, every Friday is a mental health day for me. And Thursdays. Bring a little part of Google here. Yeah. Thursdays is the new Fridays, and Fridays is just chilling. Like, I don't even know if anybody actually works on Fridays at Google, man. Deadlines be deadlining. That's something I really liked about Google. Like, there's no, at least in my org, there's no real deadlines. Usually, I lie. There were some deadlines, but normally there aren't, unless they're self-imposed. It's not like other places that you're working with other companies and like in Google Cloud, I think the deadlines are real because customers are external and they really need these things. And if you don't deliver these features by this deadline, you lose like $1 billion contract or something. Where I was, it was just like internal clients, man. So the deadlines were just made up. Found this really dope Jamaican restaurant near me. Nice. About it, some oxtails and stewed chicken, rice and peas. Bet Simp, you know what's up, man. That's some good stuff right there. I have a rice and peas diary where every time I make rice and peas, I change one thing and I record my notes about what I liked, what I think I should change the next time. I'm trying to perfect my rice and peas. Maybe give it a design motive to apply to the new layout. It's trying to lean on the race track theme. Maybe direct it to try blaze as it, on fire, burning, ignited, etc. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll try that out. But we haven't even looked at the new designs yet. Research is a lot of self-made deadlines. Nice. Oxtail curry Doosan. Oxtail curry. I never had oxtail curry. This place has such insane rice and peas. They got the texture down, man. You gotta tell us the name of this place, man. Well, maybe you don't want to dox yourself because it's near you. Anyways, let's see what these new designs look like. Yo, what the hell is this shit, man? This is too intense for me. It's like it doesn't. Maybe if I redid my whole website to match this theme, it would be interesting. Huh. Alright, what's next? I got the synthwave vibes. This is too synthwavy for sure. Brutalist. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, these are pretty interesting, man. I'm not gonna lie. These are award-winning designs. I'm impressed actually. Because I didn't even really give it, I just gave it like full creativity reign and to just do whatever it wants. But I might think about using some of these. Tune them all back 15% and they work well. This one is, I don't like this one at all. Because it's basically just the same shit with a background. The design that we didn't like before. The Brutalist one, it looks kind of Apple-y, man. Like Apple vibes. And then the Terminal one also, I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I will, for now, I'm going to sleep on it. And I'm going to test out all the new things we just merged. You can maybe find another site that has a design you like and tell it to take inspiration from that. Yeah, I think you need to change the content of the home page since you already have those buttons in the nav bar. Yeah, I was thinking if I want the nav bar on the home page actually. and then have the nav bar only appear once you're in like other places, you know. But I don't know, man. I'm not like a front end person. I don't know anything about design. I don't even really know what the right things to do are. But I feel like if I just followed the advice from all of the front end design things, my site is just gonna look like all the other websites. So I'm trying to break some rules here and do some unorthodox things to try to give it a unique look. But I haven't decided what the final look is gonna be like yet. Anyways, what are we doing? Oh yeah, we're testing out the new things that we just put in. I think they're in the home page or the main directory. So here we go. Before we push it to prod, I will check out the latest. I'm so trash at design. Yeah, good idea, or have same design patterns as all other Vibe sites. You also have CI/CD configured using Claude. I do not. I do everything manually right now. I don't even have a staging environment, man. I plan to set that up sometime. I've been planning to set that up, man, but I just haven't gotten around to it. All right, what changes did we merge? Let me look at the issues to see what's up. All right, we got, I guess, these 5 things. SEO, whatever. I don't know how to look at that. League races and championship race. And I guess streamer page or something. And route prefixes. So single player, route prefixes look all right. What else? Leagues. That's what we got. The main thing we got to test is the leagues. How's the deployed? Is it in Supabase? My database is in Supabase. I'm thinking about getting off of Supabase as a service and getting on to self-hosted Supabase instead. Is CI/CD just deployment protocols? I don't know what you mean by that. Continuous integration, continuous deployment, is that what it means? But I don't have any of that going on right now. Oh, I'm not in the right league. Or not in the right account. Here we go. Leagues. So if I start a race, and then it gives me the league race, and then I hit start race here. So I have to double click it. Let me think. Is that? And then if I'm here, it's a little wonky. But maybe I'll just ship it. All right, I'll show you how I deploy, man. So first thing I do when I'm satisfied with something, I build an image, rebuild my images. So I use rebuild my Docker images and stuff. Right now it's doing that. And then once they're built, I deploy via Coolify and Docker Compose on my dedicated server. Wait, what is this? Coolify does what? Good question, man. I don't really know what Coolify does. Coolify helps me to manage applications and stuff on my dedicated server. Frankly, I just git pull then Docker rebuild on the VPS. I made a SH for it, but nothing fancy. Yeah, mine is a little bit more complicated than that. But I'll show you right now. Once the images build, they're still building. So I build them on whichever machines, and then I deploy by pulling the images instead of building on the server. Maybe they're hosting the Docker container and scheduling it on the dedicated machine. What? Scheduling it? What does images mean? Like pulling one Docker put together, basically? Yeah, so the images, I don't know Docker terminology, man, but I guess the images are like the binaries and stuff. You could think of it. It's more than a binary. It's however Docker works, right? And then this is my Coolify thing. So type Blazor. I have a Docker compose file here. So this is my setup for the app. They're all connected in a network together on a Docker network. And I can supply environment variables and stuff in my Docker compose. And they're pulling from these images. The image is here for the front end. The API image is there. My server image is here. And my championship race image is there. Right? And then I just redeploy them. But it's kind of janky because it brings my website down while it's deploying. So there is a way to do this seamlessly, but I haven't set it up yet. I have an issue to track that. I just need to get around to doing it. Images are like layers of data that are stacked on top to build the file system for the container. V-Man Shu, what's happening? Yeah, I don't know terminology, to be honest. I just kind of have an idea of what they do. Docker is pretty cool. I never had a reason to do it, but compatibilities were always my fear with making more complex software. Docker simplifies a lot of things for me, I think, especially like you don't have to manually configure everything on your server. You just send them your Docker compose. And what I'm saying is like all of my services here can talk to each other easily. In the apps, they use like these names in the Docker compose, and then Docker just kind of knows whenever it sees this in a URL, it knows to route it to that image or that whatever Docker thing container. Interesting. So you never have to log into the server yourself and configure anything or Docker settings up. I have to configure stuff. I have to configure this. Nginx is running on my server. I can show you. Well, how do I do this, man? Let's see. So this is, I'm like, I guess SSH'd into my server right now. And I'm using Nginx for my web server. And then this would be like my Nginx configuration. So Nginx would listen for requests coming into my server, and then based on the URL, I guess it would route it to different things. And everything in my Docker Compose, nothing is exposed to the internet in Docker Compose. So everything goes through Nginx first, and then Nginx proxies it to the correct like location, you know. including my WebSockets. Like my WebSockets are not exposed from Docker Compose. They're exposed through Nginx. Nginx handles like all the secure connection stuff or whatever, and then like my WebSockets is like connected through Nginx. I don't even know how to explain it, man. It's like I'm using Nginx as a reverse proxy, maybe some might say. Is that the right terminology? So like even these are all listing on certain ports internally, but when you hit typeblazer.com/championship WebSocket, you don't specify the port. It just gets Nginx just routes it internally to that port. Yes, reverse proxy. So that's kind of my setup. And maybe it's not the most advanced, but it's okay for now. The rolling updates would be something I want to implement before I go like live 1.0. Environment variables, you have to configure on that on your server. Yes, I configure my environment variables on Coolify. I'm not going to show you them, but I'll show you my Docker Compose, where like some of them are like hard coded, but then these are my actual variables that I supply in a different file, you know, and then I can just change these in my UI. Should I click it, man? Let me see. Yeah, they're all they're all starred out. So, and then if I hit developer view, I can edit them in a text file. So that's what Coolify helps me to do. Don't do it. Wait, Nginx is classic. You'd probably like the Docker integration in Traffic, much simpler config. Yeah, I've been using Nginx since I started doing this stuff, man. I'm no Nginx expert or anything, but I guess I'm somewhat comfortable with the basics there. I don't know much about the new kids on the block, like Traffic or Caddy or any of those stuff. But if I am to do rolling updates or seamless updates, I think I have to migrate from Nginx to something more modern, they say. I forget the reasons why, but there are probably like hacks to make Nginx work, but it's a lot easier with the more modern tools, I think. I use Nginx and AWS Elastic Load Balancer, very similar. Yeah, I don't have any load balancer or anything, man. I don't have crazy traffic like that. Nginx might have some DDoS protections built in. I don't know if it does. Maybe. Server only runs TypeBlazer or other things too. It runs TypeBlazer. It runs midnightsimon.com. And it runs my other projects that are secrets. Algo Blazer and stuff. All right. So that's a quick tour of my dedicated server. And I got my dedicated server from Wholesale Internet, and I'm paying, I think this is the one I got, the $77 a month. So it's a very powerful machine, many cores, lots of RAM, all that stuff. The only thing that sucks about this server is it's a 1 gigabit connection, but it's unmetered, so I guess that's cool that it's unmetered. That's crazy expensive. I don't know if that is expensive. I think it's crazy cheap for what you get. Man, you have so many monthly subscriptions. All right, let me list them out. I have Claude Max. I got Supabase. I got Docker. I got my dedicated server. That's it, I think. You pay for Docker, yeah. I think it's like $10 or something for Docker Pro to have like private images. Yeah, port 22 open. Yeah, it's SSH stuff. Port 22 is open on my server. I think that is pretty standard, you know. Negative IQ viewer. What's happening? That's my setup. How I'm working it right now. Alright, what were we doing, man? Oh, we just rebuilt the thing here. So let me test some things. I have firewall rule on my hosting company to allow port 22 only for my IP. I just have SSH keys on it. I used to do that whitelisting thing, but it's kind of annoying if you're not on an IP that you need to be. Currently setting up my new MacBook. I broke the screen of my old one. Dang. What MacBook did you get? You get the Pro, you got an Air. I have a what do I have? I have an M4 Air. Alright, let's test these league races, man. Alright, I don't like how I have to press start race like twice there, but it's okay for now, I guess. Got the M4 Pro, 24 gigs and 512 space, I guess. To run Ghosty and Cloud, it's enough. Alright, you guys want to help me test this thing out? There's a league race. This is a new thing. I don't even know if it will work. Space black with nano textured screen. Sounds bumping. Alright, the UI is a little bit strange, but for now it's okay. So I guess you had to SSH in to configure Nginx, but not deploy the Docker file manually on the server and not configuring the env variables manually. I guess, hold on. Let me type this. Should I do it on this one too? Man, is that right? 0 WPMs? Oh man. Am I tripping? That doesn't look right. Might be bugs in there. Let's see, what's today? March 5th. Only 3 participants. I don't know. Really improved WPM 3 months ago. You was way slower? No, I'm like the same C-plane. I think it just depends on the passage. Man, I had a WPM before. Hey, V-Man-Shu, I know there's a bug in there. Maybe it's because... not too sure why. But let's try one more time because it's not the behavior I was expecting. Maybe it's reproducible, but I'm gonna make a note of that issue. The engineer, what's happening? I think there is dashboard. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, Coolify. Yeah, what is Coolify? Coolify is an open source self-hostable platform as a service that acts as a user-friendly alternative to Vercel, Heroku, or Netlify. It allows developers to automate the development and management of applications, databases, and services on their own servers, providing full control over data and cost without vendor lock-in. There you go. That's what it is. All right, Ricky Wong is in the dang league race. Let's try it out, man. We're starting the league race right now. It's for noobs. Real men use Kubernetes even for one service. Yeah. Almost didn't notice it started. Yeah, I don't know anything about Kubernetes, man. Maybe I gotta use Kubernetes for my little shit app. All right. So your WPM showed up here. Let me actually look in my server logs to see if there's any errors that happened. That would have been, I guess it's on this server here. Error. What time is this? This is probably related to the thing, but there's no logs, but I'll just make a note of it. League race did not show one member's WPMs. After league race finished, in the results, someone showed 0 WPMs even though they had real stats in the race. I inspected the server logs, and here are some errors I found in the multiplayer server. And then let me peek at my API to see if there's any errors. No errors. All right. Let me... Where is that issue? Let me just create that issue. Man, what are y'all talking about, man? I was wondering how the connections work. I host a home lab server via Cloudflare tunnel, that which I think doesn't expose any ports on the internet and can only connect via Tailscale, VPN, and SSH. I don't know. TLB miss, what's happened? Just got asked to solve and code up a LeetCode hard binary search on the answer and multi-source BFS in under an hour. After struggling for about 30 minutes, I did come up with the optimal solution, but ran out of time for coding up. Hopefully they understand, fingers crossed, and this was only the first round. Like, what the hell? TLB miss, man, that is insane. LeetCode hard for a first round. But sounds like if you're able to identify the optimal solution, but you weren't able to code it up, I don't know if that's gonna get you by these days. But that's why you should practice, so that as soon as you identify what you got to do, the coding part should be easy. That's why you practice so many problems and implementing the same things over and over again so that you're smooth in the interview. But I guess no point in talking about what you should have done or whatever now. You can only think about what you can do going forward. So yeah, cross your fingers and don't stop practicing until you get the bag. Did you pick the operating system for the server? Yes, I forget what's on there. I know I got Ubuntu, maybe 2204 or something. I don't really remember. But your solution is more professional. Who? What? I did code up the core logic, but just missed a couple edge cases. Yeah. Oh, well. Hey, maybe there's a chance. Maybe they invite you for more interviews or something. Start relying on Cloudflare to protect your home lab. Learn WAFs. What is WAFs, man? Don't want to expose port 22, man. Everybody got port 22 exposed. Don't worry about that, man. I've literally every single dedicated server I've ever had over the last however many years, 13 years or so. Port 22 has always been open. I think you're a little bit too paranoid, man. Unless you got some top secret, crazy classified information there, and there's like governments out there in the world targeting you because you got this secret information that they all want. I think you'll be fine. I don't know what's in your home lab, man, but I don't think you need like Fort Knox security out there. Bobby B. Dennis, what's poppin'? Anyways, maybe I'm giving bad advice too. Maybe you do need Fort Knox security for everything that you do. What was I doing? We're testing the league races. Okay, so this one looks like it worked. And it shows up in the history. Oh, I can add in this as well. When I looked in the league history, the user that had 0 WPMs in the results does not even show up in the race history page. WAF equal web app firewall. That is a software that lives with your proxy behind your router firewall, and it's here to identify attacks and ban those mother truckers. PW off SSH is good enough with a modern key. Yeah, I don't have fail to ban. Maybe I should, but I basically do. That's all I do, man. Passwords off, SSH keys only. Anyways, what are we doing now? I don't even know what we gotta do. I gotta make my passages right. That's what we really need to do. But I think I might do that offline because I don't want y'all to see my techniques. Wait, how does this Twitch thing work? Can you explain, like, 5, how this Twitch stuff works? I got a bunch of idle agents, man. What is this? Single player routes, yeah. That's cool. Alright, explain like I'm 5. Type Blazer. I should put that in my stream title or in my stream something. Tags or whatever. How do I change my stream tags, man? Are there tags anymore for streams? Oh yeah, they are. Type Blazer. Add tag. Kettle Bear, what's happening? Welcome to the party. All right, where are the Twitch streamers going to show up on the homepage? What should I look out for? I just added the Type Blazer tag to my own stream and I'm live. Excuse me. No split keyboard yet, eh? No, man. I'm afraid of split keyboards because I cross over hands and fingers sometimes. Like my right hand will press a button that my left hand is supposed to press. I don't think I can manage a split keyboard. All right. Oh yeah, these are the UI designs. Let me tell you, man, these are pretty good, but they're a little bit too extra, man. Let's tone it down like 25% and make it a little bit less extra. Oh, we got a championship race coming up real soon. There's the sound. And all right, don't forget to do your daily challenge, man. I know a bunch of you didn't do the challenge yet. We gotta keep the challenge going. Oh, I need to make a issue to add streaks. But first, let me do the championship race. In terms of design, split keyboards look horrible to me. Negative IQ viewer. I mostly agree with that, man. Not only do they look horrible, I think all of the split keyboards I've ever seen and heard also sound horrible, man. Maybe times have changed in the last 4 years that I've looked, but they're all like plasticky and not good sounding. I think that's probably the biggest thing holding me back from a split keyboard, but perhaps there's a good, nice sounding one out these days. Anyways, championship race. Are you guys ready? By the way, there is an avatar shop where you can customize your avatar. Just in case you did not know, V-Man Shu, I'm speaking to you. And right now, the prices are so cheap that you can afford things in the avatar shop. I'm about to change those prices to their real prices. Right now, it's like 5 Blazer bucks for everything. All right, did I change the championship race time? Let's see. It's supposed to count down to 0, and then it's supposed to say like starting race instead of 59:59. Oh yeah. Well, it just hit the 59:59 again. Ricky Wong with 154 miles per hour. I don't like how that looks. Maybe I'll make a new issue. Wait, I was supposed to make another issue. I forget what it was already. Look at that. Seaplane. Man, you beat me, Seaplane? Can't believe that. I wonder what the tiebreaker is here. I swear I came second, but maybe not. Clistar 70, V-Manchu 59, Castle 88. Beat you by 1 millisecond, yeah. Alright, thank you very much for doing the championship race with me. Very fun. I'm more concerned with getting my shoulders apart and keeping my wrists straight. Yeah, I don't care about those things, man. I don't really find my hands or my wrist hurt too much from typing. Maybe I'll get problems if I'm playing video games and I'm clicking like 50 million times on my mouse. Some games hurt more than others if I play for like 12 hours straight. Or if I hold a controller in my hand, sometimes that hurts as well. Alright, it's 12. We got 1 more hour left. What should we do for that hour, man? I could try and work on passages online, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll add something. Let's create a passage database or passage explorer. I don't know. Let's think of a good name. That should not. Passage bank. There should be a link on the home page somewhere, maybe one of those big vertical buttons where you can explore all the passages, and all the passages should be broken down maybe by category or what the article is called that it scraped from. I just really want a nice structured way to browse all the passages that we have on the website. Right now, the passages that we have are kind of like a placeholder, but I expect the real passages to follow a similar structure, like the way these are labeled with their source, their category, and all that stuff. All right, let's see if we can work on this. 801. Oh, excuse me. Ask me any clarifying questions if you have them. All right. Okay, so let's check TypeBlazer now. Do I see anybody online? Where does it say? Live on Twitch section shows up below all the game menu buttons at the very bottom of the home page. I don't see it. Check the API. Man, you check the API. You check the Docker compose file and whatever for the API env stuff. Is it deployed, man? I don't even know. But it isn't about them hurting now. If they start to hurt, that means it's too late. I see. I guess so. Like, I never cared about my chair until my back started hurting. And then I spent a lot of money on chairs after that. And now I don't really have back pain when I sit on my computer for a long time. When I was younger, I'd sit on anything, man. A dining chair, a wooden chair, whatever. I didn't care, man. And I could do it. But once I hit, I don't know, early 30s, mid 30s, man, I had serious back pain from if I sat in the wrong chair for a long time. No extra steps required. I think I deployed, but I don't see anything happening. What should I do? All right, let's check out these new designs. Let's see how they look here. I don't like any of them really. I like some things, but I don't think it fits with my vision for the website. But I guess it was fun to see what it would come up with. I'm gonna decide to throw away the work. Okay, thanks. I won't be moving forward with any of these. Please, I guess I'll just let it be. I won't even say that, man. I'll just close it. Alright, what's this one doing? This one is making the Passage Explorer. So I have like an admin passage thing, but it's not the Passage Explorer that I'm thinking about. Because this is very basic. Anyways. Try using the API endpoint directly to see what you get back. Man, but I swear I put it, let me check on my own stream. Type Blazor, look at that. Alright, I got Type Blazor in my dang tags. Should I also try in my title? I think it's in my title too. It is in my title as typeblazer.com. Anyways, I'll just wait. Maybe I'll fix that some other time. Hey, it's still listening to me? What the hell? So it's there, man. But it's not finding anything. Can you... Wait, what should I do, man? I don't want to run those curl commands. Can you think of another way to test things? Can you put some logs or something like that? And I'll deploy those. What is this? It didn't even ask me any questions, man. Review with principal and devil's advocate. What should we do, man? Log info. Should we put that in there? Sure. For now. push your commits to a new branch and make a PR. Man, it's doing something, but it's not getting any results that I expect. So maybe it's wrong. Alright, let me see. Man, I was gonna file some issues. I don't remember what they are now. Let me actually try to do this issue. Man, what was it? Something was wrong, man, that I was gonna change. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Anyways, I can't think of it now. Maybe it'll come back to me at some point. It's already merging this. I'll let it continue its review. These are also reviewing the thing. I'll wait to see what they gotta say to me. Should I look at this code to see what's up? How is this working? Where is it searching for type blazer? Right here. Man, is it just like, how do you, oh, type blazer. True. Let me look on Twitch and actually search type blazer. There I go. I show up right there, man. Something must be wrong. All right, it got merged. Let me rebuild, and then I'll deploy and then look at the logs to see what's up. All right, here we go. What does this say? What was this doing? About the passage bank. C++ multiplayer server also consumes that. Should we create a separate get API browse endpoint? Huh. I guess a separate one, sure. Should clicking a passage card let the user practice typing that specific passage? Yes, that sounds great. The homepage already has 5 large buttons. Where should the passage bank link go? Dang. I don't know. Secondary button for now. Should we hardcode category names in the front end or fetch them from a new API endpoint? New API endpoints. All right, let's go. New PR is up. Oh wait, that's old news. We were rebuilding our images, still rebuilding right now. And we're rebuilt. Time to redeploy. And then what else? Updating the plan here. Investigating that bug we had in the league races. What is this one doing? Nothing. This one's also doing nothing. Nothing. I got too many idle agents, man. We gotta put them to work. When the front end makes requests to the Nginx endpoints that are exposed, are you using cookies or how does that auth work? Yeah, I'm using cookies for sure. And I don't know how it works, man. I'm just using Supabase OAuth stuff. But 100% sure there are cookies that will let you know that I'm authenticated, and then the backend, I guess, verifies that it is good. All right, go ahead and implement that. And then, all right, we should be redeployed. Yes, now I will see what's up with the logs. Where are the logs at? Oh shit, man, I didn't change the dang environment variables to log that junk. Log level info. I have to redeploy or restarts. Got it. Supabase helping with the auth there. Absolutely. I did not do my own auth. Wait, can I just change it there? I think I can. Alright, what else? What else we got going on? Oh yeah, I remember the issue now. WPMs in avatar leaderboard. In the live avatar race leaderboard is ugly. Right now, the WPMs show up when the avatar finishes a race. It shows up in this like really grayed out text next to their name. And then next to that is their position in the race. I think we can change this. Right now, they're all horizontally laid out, but maybe we can put their WPMs below their position in the race, and then instead of having it be a gray text, let's maybe make it more bold or give it a little background like a tag or something with the WPMs in there. I just want it to stand out a little bit more than it is currently. All right, 803. I don't know what all this is. That is crazy stuff. Anyways, all right, what's this one? This one, let's see. Root cause identified, 2 bugs found. Okay. All right, fix those bugs, man. Hopefully those are actually the causes. Sounds reasonable, you know. Should we check our usage again? Or I forget what it used to be, man, but I suppose only 33% this week. That's not too much vibe coding, man. We gotta hit 90%, but it resets tonight. Alright, what's this one doing? 803. That's the WPMs. Should be an easy fix. Hector HSC. What's happening, man? Thank you very much for those bits. $100 bits from Hector HSC. Much appreciated, Hector. Welcome. We're just vibe coding away, man. We're not even operating at 100% right now because we got lots of idle terminals. Idle, idle, idle. 3 of them. But we're getting some work done. Just a little bit, though. Alright, should we review this passage bank stuff before we submit it? I think so. How do we do that? Maybe like this. WPM badge. Alright, what's this one? This is the bug. Yes, fix those bugs. Implementation is ready, they say. Let's check out the implementation of this passage bank. Oh, looks a little ugly. What's this? A difficulty rating or something? Let me tell you that. I see some dots in the top right thing. Do those represent difficulty? If they do, maybe we can add some type of legend on the page. Also, the style is inconsistent with the rest of the site. I think I've seen fonts here and stuff that I haven't used elsewhere. Can we try to make the passage page be a little bit more in tune with the rest of the styling with the website? Also, what else? I don't really... man. I don't know what I'm going to do with these passages. Britannica. Let me think. So it just has Wikipedia. One more thing. You show the source, like Wikipedia or Britannica or whatever. But let's be a little bit more granular than that. And actually put the name of the article if it was a Wikipedia scrape. All right, let's do those edits and see what's up before we move on. And then what else is next? This is the bug. Oh yeah, we're supposed to check our logs. That's what we're doing to see why the Twitch thing isn't working out the way we thought it would. Dang, I shouldn't have closed that chat. What can I... Wait, let me just search for Twitch. Twitch. Total results 0. That ain't right, man. Alright, I'll just set it to debug. I'm not getting any live Twitch channels with the Twitch service scraper or whatever you call it. Here are the logs from production. I'm for sure my channel right now is live with Typeblazer in both the name and in the tags for my stream, but I'm unable to see my channel show up on the homepage as live. Can you investigate to see if there's any bugs in the way that you're querying Twitch, or like why are we having no results? Please take a look. Puffer Chase, what's happening? Welcome. Is this the screen maxing for the developers? Holy, so many code panels. Yeah, I think this is quite normal these days, man. Everyone is doing it. I only got 6 right now, but I've seen people with like 8, 10 of them. I think 6 is good enough for me. I rarely go beyond 6 terminals, and if I do, maybe I'll just like do another tab or something. Like right now, I'm not even using all of them. Only 4, maybe 2 right now. I don't know. Make a PR. Make a PR. Also, welcome, Puffer Chase. Are you into the vibe coding? Are you just kind of watching from the sidelines everyone vibe code before you jump into it? If you jump into it. Oh, found the issue. Look at that, man. Identified the bug. Very good. Title and tag only. Alright, what now? We're redoing the passage bank view. Made these 2 small changes. Let me clear these out. They're being reviewed, maybe, by my reviewer. Borgos Burr. What's happening? Thank you very much for the follow. Wait, where are my issues at? Bombjaro, what's happening, man? You're just great to watch, man. Thank you for such a lovely thing to say. You're way too nice. This helps me stay focused. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not doing this for you guys. I'm actually doing this for me, man. This really keeps me from leaving my desk and going to the kitchen to go look for snacks, and then on my way to the kitchen maybe I get distracted and I stop to do something, and then, you know, 2 hours goes by and I still haven't come back to my desk. But when I stream, I will never just leave to go get a snack and not come back, you know, or anything really. Like, I'm way more aware of what I'm doing when I'm streaming. I'm not gonna get sidetracked browsing Reddit or something like that. I'm not gonna be like looking up shopping on Amazon or looking at food menus because I'm hungry. Nah, I'm gonna be focused on the task at hand usually, or I'm gonna be talking with chat. I'm a full-time vibe coder. LOL. Graduating next year. Very nice. Full-time vibe coder graduating from the vibe coding university, or what? Or you mean you're a student who's also a full-time student and full-time vibe coder? Or are you vibe coding your way through university? Hello, looking into the whole vibe coding thing. Hey, the whole vibe coding thing is great, man. Don't let anybody tell you it's whack, because it's not whack. It's some of the greatest things I've ever done in my life is vibe coding. It's so fun. And it's pretty much just like regular software engineering, except you don't have to manually write code. You still have to know kind of what's going on though. But even if you don't know what's going on, it's possible for you to get much further than you would have been able to get without vibe coding. All right, what is this doing? Fixing the bug. Yes, fix that bug. And this changed some things with the passage view, so let's rebuild and look at that. Where are we at, man? Merged, new PR. Let me see how many PRs are open. Remember when vibe coding began and everyone was a skeptic? I was a skeptic too, the engineer, but then I tried it and I was still a little bit skeptical about some things, and then I tried it again, and now I think I'm fully sold on it, man. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's not a fad. It's not like some gimmick. It's for real, man. And I'm doing this. This is a great big experiment. I talk about this a lot, about what Typeblazer means to me and like why am I doing it when there's 100 other typing websites and stuff. This is a great experiment to see what I'm capable of building with vibe coding. I can say with almost 100% certainty that I would not be able to get this far if I wasn't vibe coding typeblazer.com. Not because technically I'm not able to do it or anything, but maybe I would have stopped at some way along the road because it just got too much work, or like I just don't feel like doing it, or you know, I just get overwhelmed and I lose focus and stuff. Maybe the progress is too slow. It's not worth my time to invest into something like this that doesn't even make me any money, or will probably never make me a lot of money. But with vibe coding, all of those things are like washed away, man. I don't have to worry about being stuck for a long time because I'm just one prompt away. I don't have to worry about spending years and years building this because I can do it in just a few months, perhaps. I don't have to get really too demotivated by lack of progress because the progress is so fast. So I think it's like, it's changed for me. It's changed like the whole way I develop software as well. And I think maybe in the past I was not able to do big projects because it's just too much work, man. But now if I can offload a lot of that work to the LLMs, it's a lot more manageable, I think. So I'm able to do more. I'm in the tried it a bit and still seeing how much it can do. Right now, the more I use it, I'm blown away. Borgo's Burr. What is a Borg? First of all, like what's Borg in reference to there? And what are you vibe coding? All right, here we go. This is the bug, right? Yes. Oh, we're checking out the passages thing. Browse all passages. Man, it still looks ugly. I gotta think how I want this to look. Not vibe coding anything in particular, just tried adding things here and there on a various small projects. I see. I'm a full-time student, but only basic CS knowledge. AI made me lazy to learn skills as it does all. So a full-time vibe coder. Yeah, AI makes me lazy in some ways, but it also makes me not lazy because seeing progress is exciting and it's motivating to me. So it's like, it's a little bit of both, man. It makes me lazy for like learning how to do things myself, for sure. But man, I'm like working a lot more because it AI unblocks me, you know. All right, I'm gonna have to really think about. I have a very specific vision for my passage bank, man, and this is not it. This is AI's vision. I need to articulate my thoughts better here. But I don't want to like keep telling it to change things here and there, man. I want to like figure out how I can get my thoughts onto paper first. Well, it didn't even change the Wikipedia thing. Wait, let me see. I guess it did add the legend, so this must have the stuff in it. Wait, where's the article name? It doesn't show the article name. I don't see the article name anywhere. I only see Wikipedia and I only see the category. Lazy in terms of learning or coding all by myself, but productivity is 500% now. Feels good. Yeah, I guess same here. Same here, man. I'm developing a interactive website that is a game of character development where your choices develop the character's story. It is a lot more involved than originally thought. Interesting. I'm not sure what you mean. So it's like a dating sim type of game. One of them type of games where you're just in like a Japanese RPG anime and then the characters are talking to you. Like, what's that game? Doki Doki Literature Club or whatever. Or am I misunderstanding there? All right, my vision for this passage bank. Well, let me see. Let me see what it's gonna do here first. And then, oh, the PR. Did you make a PR? I don't know if it did. It did not. BRB, the engineer. I'll see you in a bit. Sargath, how you doing? What's vibing? Type blazing, man. That's what we're doing. We're trying to add a passage bank so you can explore all the passages in my library. But it's kind of not great right now. All right, let me rebuild it or just turn it back on and see the changes. Also, this is up, it's being merged. Once this is merged, I'm going to rebuild the images and deploy to production. All right, let's check out what it looks like. What did they change, man? They didn't change anything. Oh, I know why. It's because, yeah, I see. It's because the first few passages don't have any article link to it, right? So let me tell you something else again. All right, I have another request. This might get a little bit gnarly, but here we go. I've only scraped a handful of Wikipedia articles for the bulk of my passages, and I would like to organize these passages not only by category, so we should be able to browse by category, which we can right now, but we should also be able to browse by the article topic. For example, there's an article about, let me look what we got. The Kentucky Derby. I should be able to click on the Kentucky Derby, and then we can see all passages that were created from that Wikipedia article. So this means that we need some type of way to browse not only the categories, but also the articles themselves. Each article produced maybe around 10 to 15 passages. So let's try and organize it like that. I'm thinking perhaps some type of left sidebar that you can scroll and see all of the different articles and click them to see all the passages. I don't know. Think of a good way to show this information. All right, what else we got, man? This has been merged. Is it time to rebuild images? It is time. Feels like being a good project manager is the actual skill needed for vibe coding. Just need to know what to do and how. Yeah, I think I feel the same way, man. After you've been working with Claude, would you recommend code generation production ready or MVP only? It can be production ready, but it can also be like really not production ready. I think there's so many different scenarios, right? I think you gotta, just like if you wrote something by hand that's saying, hey, is handwritten code gonna be production ready or MVP only? It depends, you know. I think you can review your code with Claude to make it production ready, and it will probably give you like very good information on what you need to change. So I'd say, yeah, there is code generation that is production ready, and big companies are doing it for sure, man. Ricky Wong, one step closer to practicing a specific passage. That's right. But we're gonna make our passages real good. I'm gonna focus so much energy into creating these passages that it's not only gonna be a typing thing, man. This is going to be like a trivia bank. I want it to be. So if you like trivia, maybe you should just come on to Type Blazer and learn some random facts, you know? Maybe I'm getting too crazy with my ideas, but this has always been like day one. Tell the robot to scrape all typeracer passages. I don't even like typeracer passages because there are a lot of song lyrics and stuff. I mean, alright, I guess they're okay, but it's not what I envision, just random movie quotes and stuff. What's the new idea? I want to organize all my passages to be kind of just like a trivia or random facts kind of site as well. And then, well, hold on. I don't really want to say too much. I want to build it and then let it speak for itself. It's hard for me to articulate my thoughts sometimes. But I'm inspired a little bit by World of Warcraft. If you guys ever played that, if you ever looked at the achievements thing on World of Warcraft and how it breaks down all the achievements and what you can do, and it's categorized everything. Maybe I want something similar, but with the passages. I'm talking nonsense, man. Just give me a few days to work on it. Working on typing game now? You inspired? Wait, what do you mean you're working on a typing game now, man? Typing plus learning is hot fire. Yeah, Puffer Chase, that's right. I'm I'm thinking about seasons as well, where maybe season one, I don't know, 6 months or however long, and perhaps we have passages that only come from, say, 30 different Wikipedia articles or however many. And maybe from those 30 articles or 50 articles, I don't know, I'm just throwing out numbers. Maybe we can generate like 1,000 passages to type. And then maybe every month a new article gets dropped with new passages and old ones get deprecated and you can no longer type them unless you were there originally. And maybe if you typed all the passages under that article, you get some type of achievement. Maybe you unlock some special avatar that's only available if you've written all those passages. And then it's like seasonal, or maybe it comes back into rotation sometime in the future. Anyways, that's like the gist of it. I'm not sure if I explained the idea good or whatever, but I have a vision, man, and I'm trying to create this vision. I think TypeRacer has a small amount of passages that they rotate, so you play sometimes you get the same passages and you can improve. Yeah, I would plan to do some passage rotation as well. I'd like maybe around 2,000, 3,000 passages, maybe 4,000 passages live at any given time. But maybe my bank of passages, I hope to grow it to like tens of thousands, maybe even 100,000 passages one day in the far future. But not all of them will always be available live, and they will be on a rotating basis, and there will be like rewards if you can type out the passages under one article or category. It's just an idea, man. We'll see if it ever gets done. I'm trying to do it right now. There's been some passages that have been repeated a bunch of times for me on Type Blazer. Fluffy, yeah, for sure. Not only, sometimes maybe you think they've repeated, which certainly they have been, but there are passages that are so similar to each other because I didn't really go over them. I just kind of let the AI loose and say, generate me like 15 passages for each article. So it was real, like, sloppy. But those are just placeholders, man. I've been trying to tell everybody, don't you worry. It's just the beginning of what's to come. And then, so, all right, if for my first 50 articles or whatever that I will launch with version 1, maybe I'll hand select some articles like things that I'm interested in. Maybe like, maybe I'll put Jamaica in there and algorithms and, like 50 topics that mean something to me. And like, let's say you wrote all the Jamaica articles. Maybe there's 20 passages related to Jamaica and you wrote all of them. You did all of them. Now you get an achievement and you get some custom title. Maybe you get a custom item like a Jamaican flag that you can use in your avatar. So that's like my grand idea, but I feel like it's going to be a lot of work to get everything working properly. Love the idea of seasonal passages under one topic and do them to complete a full set for a topic for some cool reward. Like the Pokemon card set, Puffer Chase. You know what I'm talking about, man. That is exactly what I'm talking about. And not only like I want to like lean more into the lore of Type Blazer. I don't want it to just be a typing site with no character. I kind of want a story behind a Type Blazer. I was thinking, before I say what I'm thinking, let me see what Fluffy is saying. Also, would be nice to add average of last 10 races or weekly average or something like that to the leaderboard. Makes the leaderboard change more versus all-time highest races. Yes, leaderboard changes are necessary because right now my leaderboard is very whack. I haven't given it much thought yet, but for sure I plan to do this, Fluffy. Thank you for pointing it out. Maybe just tell the robot to clone Type Racer. Man, I don't want Type Racer is whack, man. Type Racer passages are whack. I mean, the only thing good is the website's been around for a while. Maybe you could let user use AI to generate the type of passage they want. Maybe, but I don't know. I think I want to keep that in my control. Could be that if you're in the top 5 or top 10 of the leaderboard at the end of the week, you get a reward. That's a great idea. Let me track that. Rewards for leaderboard daily, weekly, monthly. Some type of cool rewards would be nice. Says the person who's in all the ranks, yeah. Coding passages would be nice to compete. Yeah, coding is a big thing, but I don't think I'll add coding passages for like my version 1 launch. I think that can be a future game mode, the coding thing, but I do want to do it one day seaplane. Should I just make it an issue now? We should have some passages that are code, like binary search templates or Dijkstra's or whatever. I think we've all been pitching coding passages for a while. Yeah. All right. So what was that? I was gonna tell you guys something now. I was gonna tell you about the lore that I'm thinking about, man. So I'm thinking, I want Type Blazer to mean something. Like when you think Type Blazer, what does it mean? Not just a typing website. I want there to be a story, like why we're typing all these Wikipedia articles. And I was thinking maybe the lore can be something like, it's in the future and the world has blown up. And maybe the last thing left is like some printed Wikipedia documents. And we're trying to rebuild all the knowledge in the world in this post-apocalyptical scenario. And there's this new job, and they're called Type Blazers. And their job is to like just type the printed books and Wikipedia articles into the new internet that we're trying to build. And that's what you are, a Type Blazer. How many passages you put in, you get points for that. I don't know, man. I'm just like thinking how I could make site more interesting. Maybe nobody cares about that stuff. And this new internet GitHub will still find a way to be down. We are seeing the ideas into the fabric of time. What? So like you're a Type Blazer and like, you type all of the Jamaica articles in Wikipedia. Now, special title, you get special items for doing that. And then I want it to be where you can look up on the passage, like maybe a page where you can see every single passage. And you can see how complete you are. Maybe it's just like a GitHub green dot. Maybe all the passages aren't just a big square, and the ones that you completed are lit up so you can know what you want to work on. I don't know, man. I have so many ideas. I don't know if all of them will get implemented, but this is what's going on in my head when I think about Type Blazer. It gets burned into the world book of knowledge. I love that take. Yeah, you're just Type blazing out there, man. So, what are we trying to do, man? I think I should look at to see. Maybe I have to rebuild this. So, big work is coming up, man. I think the passages thing is really, once I get that down, I'll be very happy with the site. And all right, things that I want for 1.0: Passage Bank for sure. The live thing, live Twitch streaming thing, yes. I want death mode, instant death mode that we haven't worked on yet. This one. And that's it. And maybe, you know, in future versions we can add like the raid boss thing, the coding. Man, did I submit that? Coding passage things and stuff, you know. I think there's like I think there's so much content that I can incrementally add over the next few years that will turn this site into like my dream website for typing. And that's what I plan to do. I plan to just vibe code this for the rest of my life, man. I'm only like 5 weeks in, but I think it's going good so far. Actually, I'm way more. I'm almost a year in because I took a long break. I started this project maybe June last year. All right. So, man, did I deploy the new stuff? I don't even know, man. All right, we got championship race time. Rest of your life? Yeah. I like literally want a lifelong project that I can contribute to. And you know, sometimes you see those pictures of these old guys in their room. They have a big room and they have like this one project they've been working on their whole life, and it's like some train system or whatever, like crazy trains, or like a dang miniature scale city, or you know, something crazy, man. And every day they contribute to that. That's what I'm trying to build. Type Blazer. This is your Dwarf Fortress? Is that what? Yeah, those guys that made Dwarf Fortress, they've been building it for like 15 years. I don't know. Or I guess the one game that I do know that is a big inspiration for me is No Man's Sky. That game came out like a long time ago and it flopped. Nobody liked it, but they never gave up. The guy never gave up on his vision for the game, and he kept adding to it. He kept working on it, improving it. And it's like one of the craziest stories I've ever heard in software development, man. And I'm very much inspired by stories like this. I want something that I'm just gonna keep building until I die. And Type Blazer might be it, honestly. Here we go, championship race coming up. I'd like to work on my own 3D game engine for life. Would be so fun. Yeah, I don't know if that sounds fun to me, but I can see how it's fun to some people. Here we go. This is the final thing I will do, is this championship race, and then I gotta go eat lunch and chill. And I'll be working later offline, but I'm gonna be working on the Passage Bank and getting my visions to reality. Here we go. Dang, Fluffy with the 105. That's pretty slow for you, Fluffy. What's happening? Man, Seaplane and Bobby got the same avatar. We need more avatars. Dang, Fluffy, you're the frog. I keep choking in the championship races. Yeah, the pressure is too much, man. Yeah, Sex Incubator. Nice avatar. Yeah, I gotta add more avatars soon. Hardest passage ever? Yeah, lots of weird, funky names. It wasn't too bad, though. I've seen harder, man. I think Ricky Wong had a crazy passage he posted in the Discord one of those passages. It was nuts. Let me try and find it. And then I gotta go. Yeah, look. Look at Ricky Wong's passage. This one is crazy, man. I'll copy it into the chat. Anyways, so that's it. That's all today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be on tomorrow, man. Time to... is it intentional not to show the text? Yes, it is intentional, but it might be a controversial decision. I'm not sure if it will stay that way. Nice coffee pasta, yeah. That's Ricky Wong's favorite texting type blazer. Alright, who we're gonna raid? I don't know. Any vibe coders on? Any of you people out there stream and you want me to raid you? Or you're a vibe coder? I don't know. Stony Eagle? Not vibe coding. We could hit Adam Learns Live, but I feel like I don't want to raid him too many times, man. He probably thinks I'm stalking him or something, man. I'm just trying to support him because he's launching a game. Maybe we should go raid Adam Learns Live. He's got 12 days until his game launch. So let's go support that, man. Anyways, thank you very much for tuning in. Type Blazer getting better every day, hopefully. I'll be working on it big time today and this weekend, so maybe it's gonna get finished like real soon. We'll see. Anyways, K Little Pixel, Ricky Wong, thank you for tuning in. Have a good day. Castle Bear, adios. Seaplane 1, Fluffy, have a good day. See you next time. Ren1111, Software Tools, V Manchu. See you later, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Puffer Chase, what's poppin'? And see you later. Who else is out there? Everybody else. Vermeil, the engineer. Adios, amigos. Oh wait, Vermeil, are you excited about DeepSeek 4? No, not really. Man, who else? Software Tools, did I say bye to you? I think I did, but goodbye again, man. Everybody who's lurking, Sargath, whoever is out there, take care. And everybody on YouTube, Bombjaro, if you're around still, see you later. Edixon Penna, adios. Goodbye. I'll be on tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern Time.